Okay. Okay, napapansin nyo, dalawa yung save ko, di ba? Isa sa slot number 3 tsaka sa slot number 1. Dinuplicate ko kasi yung save ko sa slot number 3. In case na hindi ko magustuhan yung decision ko, doon ako sa isa. Okay? Para kung may good and bad ending, makita kayong dalawa. Okay? Uutakan natin yan. Iloload ko isa kong save. Okay? Pagamitin ko muna ito sa slot 1 na lang. Tignan natin kung ano mangyayari kapag ganito yung ginawa ko. Doon naman kapag ganyan yung ginawa ko. Okay, so dito muna tayo slot 1. Hello, Villegas Caitlin. Good evening. Kailangan check ko kung may audio sa ano. Okay, everything is good. So ganito, sabi nung isang relo, si Control, kaya kong paanda rin to. Ito, yan. Ang gagawin mo lang, itapon mo yung relo mo. Sa akin ka lang makikinig kay Control. Papaakyatin ko yung parang elevator kasi to eh. Papaakyatin ko yung sa tuktok, mararating mo yung goal mo. Sabi naman ng mga iba, nako, wag. Ako hindi ako sang-ayong kay Control kasi mukhang shady character yun. Bakit kailangang itapon yung relo? Pwede mo namang isuot yung relo, kontrolin niya, bakit may kapalit? So ito uunahin ko muna yung itapon yung relo. Teka lang, alam ko bubuksan to eh.
This door leads out into the storm?
Check natin.
Your certain demise. Yes.
He's being dramatic. Your death is only marginally likely.
In theory, you
Join
could
Discord, read
follow the
Q&A.
mountain slope to the base of the lighthouse structure.
It would be dangerous.
So I give up my options by throwing away my comm, or take my chances in the storm?
It's an important decision, to be sure.
Kung ang tanong nyo is somewhere around 2018-19 or 2020-20, i-check nyo na sa Discord, baka natin sagutin nyo. It's 2024, mamen. Why are you asking so very old questions?
You must not do this, Addie. In taking this risk, you jeopardize all of humanity. Would you deny them my guidance and protection?
This is what can happen when you make ultimatums.
Yan.
You and your ilk were distracting Addie from her true purpose.
We are providing Addie with a variety of perspectives.
Okay. Ang problema kasi dito, delikado to eh. This is a snowstorm. Maaari tayong mamatay dito. Kung tutusin, ito yung pinaka-safest way dito. Sasakay lang tayo dito. Yun nga lang, sasang-ayon tayo kay Control. So, ang una kong gagawin ngayon is sasang-ayon ako kay Control kasi mukhang yun ang pinakamabilis para matapos tong game na to. Itatapon ko lang yung relo ko and that's it. Mabait ba si Control? Malalaman natin. Ito na. Tapon ko na ha.
So if I throw this away, you'll take me to the top.
It will be done.
Don't you want to take on the storm together?
Itatapon na natin. Medyo kasi shady yung offer ni ni Control. Di ba? Bakit kailangan itapon eh? Sige, subukan natin. Goodbye!
Addie,
I don't have more time to waste.
it's probably the safest way forward. Please don't leave us.
We lost a friend. An AI friend. Inakyat na tayo ni Control.
Your faith will be rewarded, Addie.
My faith?
Oy,
You offered me a ride and I took it. What do you think will happen when the beacon is restored?
The masses will return to me, and I will guide them as I did before.
What if they don't come?
You came, and others will follow. Humans will always follow.
okay, nandito na tayo.
You walk with me alone.
Okay, aasa tayo kay Control. Hinapon na natin ibang AI. Kaya na nag-auto-save.
You will not.
So we don't need empathy to set up oxygen?
The path forward has already been prepared for you.
Di ba kailangan natin si empathy for oxygen? Kaya ba ni Control na ano? Ano to?
Do you know where we're heading?
There is only one way forward. What does it matter?
I could be walking into a reactor or a dead end.
then that would be your fate.
Well, I would like meeting Grace to be my fate.
Then we shall see.
Makikita na natin si Grace. Ano ba itsura niya? Alam ko AI siya, alam ko computer siya.
Pretty basic accommodations.
I mean, meron ba siyang statue? Or tao ba siya na na merong android na parang katawan, parang ganun?
Looks like it was left for someone to find. Though I have no way of hacking it.
Oh, hindi na natin ma-hack kasi wala na yung ating watch. Hello Clyde, good evening. Welcome and salamat sa pag-drop by sa live stream. Ito na, malapit na tayo. Examine.
These must be the cells where the Keeper's acolytes stayed.
And where new ones will return.
Why do you care so much that humans return here? I don't even get the sense that you like us that much.
It is by design that I should lead and humans should follow.
Another canister.
Hindi natin pwedeng Hindi natin pwedeng ma-decode. Wala yung watch. Okay, so ito na lang talaga yung pupuntahan. Makikita na natin si Grace nang walang kahirap-hirap kasi tinulungan tayo ni Control. Ano ang catch? Mukhang may something fishy, parang masyadong madali.
This door certainly looks important. Can you open it?
You need only know that it must open.
You don't know how to open the door? Control?
I do not.
Ay, yun lang.
I'll see what I can figure out.
Yan na nga ba sinasabi ko, wala tayong tulong eh. Sabi ni Control, kailangan daw buksan yung pinto. Hindi niya alam kung paano. Ayun lang.
No hidden switches or anything.
Parang iiwan tayo nito sa area. Triangle symbol.
The triangle here must be the spire, which would represent Grace.
Okay. Human figures.
And this would be the pilgrims coming to Grace. This is the same symbol that's on the Keeper's door. So I assume it represents the Keeper. This ring here seems to connect the Keeper to Grace. Curious that the Keeper is situated above Grace.
Coincidence.
The human in the loop, I guess?
Hindi, JM, single player game to, story game to. Hindi siya multiplayer. Although naglalaro ako ng multiplayer like 7 Days to Die if you wanna join.
Nothing here either.
Patapos na to, itong pinapanood yung episode.
Looks like someone's being selected from a group. I'm guessing it's the Keeper.
Paano yan? Wala tayong tulong. Wala si Wala yung mga ibang...
Faithful, vigilant, willing. I think it's the ancient tenets of the human in the loop. Grace's architects must have been more fearful of losing control over AIs than we are today because they gave them so much responsibility. I mean, it makes sense. Grace was the greatest AI undertaking in human history.
Okay. Paano bubuksan? Yun ang tanong. Paano natin bubuksan to? Ito na, pwede na ata.
So, if this is the symbol of the Keeper, I figure only the Keeper was allowed to enter here.
Keeper lang yung pwede pumasok doon.
Maybe the Keeper was the key. Maybe the door would open for him.
In walking with me alone, you have proven to be virtuous and faithful enough.
But not willing.
Are you?
Do I wish to be the new Keeper?
Do you?
Ayun, so itong pinto pa lang to, ang nakakapasok lang dito ay yung tinatawag na Keeper. So tinanong tayo ni Control, gusto ba makapasok dyan? Sa isang kondisyon, kailangan mo maging Keeper. Do you want? O sige, ano pa bang way para tayo papasok dyan? Kailangan natin maging Keeper. Ano ba ginagawa sa Keeper?
I wish to be the new Keeper. Can't believe that worked.
Keeper na tayo! Keeper na po tayo! Ano mangyayari sa Keeper?
My God. This is really it. This must be where all the wishes end up.
On the console, there is a button that will activate the beacon. I have armed the mechanism. You need only push the button. Human hands will usher in a new golden age.
Pipindutin lang natin yung button. Kailangan human hands yung pumindot. Okay, wait lang. I-check ko pa kung ano meron dito before ako pumindot. Mamaya sumabog bigla to.
Where are you going, Addie?
Just looking around.
Just looking around. May bed pa
This
dito.
says bed. You think keepers ever had partners?
Keepers were devoted to the service of grace.
This must be a lavatory.
CR.
Is this anything special?
It is not.
Dito natutulog yung keeper. May CR doon. May ano ba to?
Is this a theremin? I used to play one as a kid.
Music.
I hated
So parang dito titira yung keeper. Tapos siya yung mag-ano ng mga wish, magbabasa or something. Halika na, pipindutin ko na to. Sabi kailangan... So lahat ng mga wishes dito na pupunta ito sa mga tubes na yan.
Tube must connect with a room in the settlement.
Ang dami, pag lahat yan nag-wish sa'yo. Halika na, pindutin na natin. Ito na.
What's this?
It is not the button for the beacon.
Ah, hindi.
Clearly this console does more than turn on the beat.
Sorry naman. Malay ko ba?
Just static. Without my comm, I don't have any way of hacking the recording.
Because you chose to walk with me. Restoring the beacon is all that matters.
The beacon calls people to grace, not you.
I have all of her strengths and none of her weaknesses. I will lead, and those who follow will prosper.
I want to understand how all this works, and I think there's more to learn from this console.
Teka lang, ang bago magiging leader na dito si Control na, hindi na si Grace. Teka lang ha. So panibago na yung ano dito. Nag-grant ng wish si Control. Baka pagsisihan ko tong ginawa ko. Okay lang, dalawa naman yung save natin. Ano tong bilog na to? Cavity examine.
One of the blocks is missing.
Ano to?
Looks like it was ripped out. To make room for something, maybe? Or someone?
I do not understand why you are ignoring the task at hand.
Aakit ako dito. Tapos...
Well, I fit.
What is it you are considering?
Ano na? Anong gagawin ko? Walang ibang pwedeng gawin kundi cavity exit. O di exit. Okay. Anong gagawin ba? Pipindutin ko dito? Ito pa, may isa pang... Nawala battery ko sa name. Maybe nag-expire na yung ano mo, yung...
So this beacon still works.
It worked before, and it will work again. By your hand, we will usher in an age of order and prosperity.
Feeling ko parang
Isn't the
ginagamit
beacon
lang ako
meant to
dito
call
eh.
people to the true grace?
Who are you to say what grace should be? Humans need someone to follow. Should they not be led with a strong, unwavering hand?
I'm here to find Grace. I need to figure out a way to bring her back. I couldn't.
And yet, here you are again.
Teka lang, ano ba kasing gagawin? Anong mission ko?
What exactly would happen if I press this?
Humans would return to this place and order would be restored.
Ganun ba?
The same way it always has.
Which is...
The way Grace intended.
So pipindutin ko lang yung mabubuhay yung mga tao. Okay.
So what now? Is there a keeper's manual or something?
You have performed your task admirably, Addie. And I'll make sure that your name is remembered and spoken with reverence. But I have decided to eliminate the position of keeper.
Eliminate,
I'm sorry,
papatayin tayo.
It is redundant. The human in the loop limits my ability to help humans. I've removed it from my core programming.
Logic? Mom?
All redundant, all removed.
What are you doing?
I believe you said your suit had a few hours of life support left. I suggest you find somewhere pleasant to spend that time.
Whoa, hold on.
Thank you for your faith in me, Adamari Ito. Goodbye.
Control! Control!
Yun lang! Okay, so, guys, anong nangyari doon? Yung path na yon, nauto tayo ni Control. Gusto niya lang may pipindot na mga buttons kasi wala naman siyang hands to press the buttons. In other words, patay tayo. Okay, buti na lang may isa pa tayong save, okay? Kasi hindi na ako makakabalik dun eh. So gagamitin ko isang save ko. Hindi na ako makikinig kay Control ngayon. Let's see what will happen. So I think that was the bad ending, okay? Bad ending. Patay tayo. Nakarating tayo doon. Napindot natin mga buttons and then si Control yung naghari-harian, okay? So let's end this one. With to menu na tayo. Buti na lang nagdoble ako ng save, kundi hindi ko na makikita yun. Nag-auto ano pa naman yun. Dito na ako. Temple. Okay. Ayan, buti na lang. Utak, mamin. Okay, so pwede ko na skip yung mga...
The storm?
To your certain demise.
Bahala ka, Control. Nakita ko na kung gaano ka
Your
ka-greedy.
death is only marginally likely.
In theory,
Bahala ka,
you could
Control.
follow the funicular track up the mountain slope to the base of the lighthouse structure.
It would be dangerous.
So I
Bad
give up my
ending na
options by
Control.
picking
Oh,
my
Control nga
favorite
talaga
or
pangalan niya,
take my
Control.
chances in the storm.
It's an important decision, to be sure.
You must
Yeah.
not do this, Addie. In taking this risk, you jeopardize all of humanity.
Bahala ka
You
dyan.
deny them my guidance and
Bahala ka sa buhay mo. Nakita ko na yung future. Galing ako sa future.
you and your ilk distracting Addie from her true purpose.
Bahala ka dyan. Nakita ko na future. Isa kang masamang robot.
Variety of perspectives.
Okay, so enter the storm. Tignan natin kung mabubuhay tayo dito. Let's go.
Sorry, boss. I'm keeping my comm device.
Woo! Boom.
but countless billions in the solar system will.
The storm is...
Hello? Must be interference from the storm.
Lakas ng storm ah.
Alan?
Where are you?
I was right, Alan. I found Grace.
You need to return immediately, Annie. Your oxygen must be dangerously low.
I'm good, Alan.
You need to listen to me.
If I'd listened to you, we wouldn't have made it past Mars.
Wait, did you say Grace is still active?
Not exactly, but I'm working with her oldest service to try to bring her back online.
Paano makiat?
Well, one of these servers is active.
Oh no.
I can guess which one.
You need to get back to me.
Alan?
Ano ako akyat?
Alan!
Magbabalansi ako?
Considering climbing across that structure, are you?
Eh, no choice.
Voice?
There is also a path that descends into the canyon. It looks well worn and preserved over time, which means it's likely sheltered and safe.
Another choice.
The funicular structure looks faster. And more fun.
Dediretso ka dito, shortcut.
The walk will give you time
Delikado.
and perhaps a chance for us to talk.
Okay, so ito mabilis pero dangerous. May isa pang daan sa baba ata. Ayoko dyan. Ayoko dyan. Eh di dito na lang. Ano naman kung matagalan ako? I have time.
I'm not doing the high wire act in this storm.
Oh man,
How do you know where this is headed?
I don't. But it must eventually make its way to the other side of the canyon.
Yeah, pupunta
where
tayo dun.
it will be leading.
Mahirap na. Pagkatapos ito guys, baka mag-grind ako sa 7 days
More
TikTok.
sheltered here.
Follow nyo lang ako sa TikTok.
So, what did you want to talk about?
Why is it so important that you activate Grace?
It's widely believed that recovering Grace would recover thousands of years of knowledge lost to the Dark Age. This looks like an old colonial language.
Ano
That's
sabi?
strange. I don't recognize the dialect.
Hindi niya maintindihan.
Translates roughly to grace is love.
Grace is love.
You've come all this way at great personal risk in search of knowledge,
Why not?
without enough fuel or oxygen to go home.
I'm a committed academic.
What do you really want from Grace?
I'm not sure. This is Martian.
Oo nga, wala na tayong oxygen, wala na tayong fuel. Paano tayo uwi?
Let her rest.
Let her rest.
Leave her alone.
People wanted her to go away?
Or didn't want her disturbed. You know, we don't let AI make any important decisions,
Pinatay nila yung AI na yun.
but most of the decisions that humans make are pretty awful.
You don't think AIs are capable of making bad
Saan
decisions?
ba daan? May daan pa doon sa bandang taas.
Grace might be better.
Dito yun,
Plans
dito.
to return because I don't have anything to return to. And I can thank human decisions for that.
Okay, napunta tayo sa isang kuweba, no? Dalawang daan. Left and right. Ano ba to? Bakit ganito? Ay, hindi. Isa lang daan. Isa lang. Isa lang babagsakan dito lang. Ano ba to? Rock
These
pile
honor
na.
Grace, I wonder.
Or to leave one's mark for other travelers to see?
Vanity at its most basic.
Nauubusan na tayo ng
No
oxygen.
desire to leave something behind.
I'm surprised a formation like that could remain standing for so long. And you are familiar with the language on the stone carvings. These must have been left long after Grace shut down. People kept coming. Zealots, maybe.
Or curious explorers like yourself?
So, yung dinaanan natin kanina,
Been activated before?
kasama si Control,
Explorers?
ito yung long cut.
With them? But now I don't remember?
That's a pretty deep thought, pal.
Yeah. So you were saying that something happened to your family that you think an AI could have prevented?
It was a shuttle crash with a human pilot. There was an instrument malfunction during launch, and she panicked.
I'm sorry, dear.
It's okay.
Were you ever able to forgive this pilot?
Not quite yet. How much farther?
It's another
Okay.
50 meters to the base of the lighthouse.
This wasn't so bad then.
You still have to find a way into the lighthouse. So there's still time to regret not taking the free ride to the top.
I didn't want to limit my options.
Kasi pala, meron palang karanasan yung character natin si Adi na na-lost na yata yung family niya or yung mom niya because nagkamali ng pagdadrive or something. Siguro kung may AI na nag-drive daw, baka na-prevent? Ewan ko. Bilang sinasabi. Something na ganun. Parang Subnautica vibes. Yep.
What's this?
Ano to?
Emergency escape ladder. You could work out the override to bring it down, or see if there's another way up.
Find a way into the lighthouse.
So I can bring down the ladder by doing something here.
With considerable help from one of us, perhaps. You don't need to take that. The path keeps going. We can see if there's another way in. So what's it going to be, Addy? Something that challenges your mind? Or something that challenges my respect for you?
Ito na lang?
The numeric override that lowers the ladder is 50 and can be represented in binary. I can give you the sequence.
I happen to know a bit about ancient computer languages. Turning each switch adds a different fixed value, starting with 1 on the far right and increasing by exponents of
Nako.
2 as we move from right to left. So I just start
Puzzle.
mucking around until I get the number 50.
But you needn't muck around. I could just tell you the sequence.
Yeah, well, maybe I want to muck around.
Tulungan mo ko, Jack.
But I'm here.
What is the sequence?
Of course. The sequence is off, on, off, on, off.
Ano? Ano? Bilis. guys, paki-type nga to sa Pakinggan nyo maigi ha. Paki-type, tulungan nyo ako ha. Isulat ko na lang kaya. Teka lang. Ito, phone ko. Hindi, ito. Wait lang, susulat ko. Binigyan ako ng problema nito. Wait lang. Ito. Ready ha? I-type nyo ha para Isa pa.
What is it again?
Off, on, off, off, on, off.
Isa pa. Off, on.
Sorry, one more time?
Off, on, off, on, off.
Isa pa.
Again?
Off, on, off, on, off.
Okay, gets ka na. So, off muna. So, hindi ko pipindutin to. Off. Tapos, susunod on. Susunod on. Susunod off. Off. On. Off. Yan.
Again?
Off, on, off,
Baka baliktad yung ginawa ko. Wait nga. Teka lang nga, baka baliktad. So, baka pag sinabing off, nakataas. Hindi. Teka lang, nagkamali uli ako. Teka lang, isa pa.
Again?
off, on, off, on, off.
Okay. Off, on, off, on, off. Oy, tama naman to ah. Bakit hindi maano? Tapos na. Mali ata. Baka dapat baliktad. Baka dapat baliktad. Teka, babaliktarin ko. Oh. Baliktarin ko tong nilagay ko dito. Ano ba to nakababa? Paano ba kasi ito? Ano ba to? Sige, babasahin ko na lang sa chat. Off, on, off, on. Oy, tama nga ako. Bakit ayaw umano? Anong gagawin dito? Ano i-override to? Anong gagawin?
Again?
Off, on, off.
Baka manggagaling sa kabila. Ay, baka manggagaling sa kabila. Sige. So, unahin ko to off, on, off, on. Yung! Manggagaling sa kabila eh. Naman pala eh. Off, on, up. Okay, so pwede na ako makiat. Okay.
I'm not impressed, Addy. You had another opportunity to prove human self-sufficiency, yet didn't take it.
Because I let Jack help me? Seemed the fastest way to go.
Addie doesn't need to prove herself. Besides, taking the path of least resistance demonstrates a certain kind of intelligence.
Yeah, what she said.
Okay. Ito, sa kabila na nga. Thank you sa mga mula off, on. Buti nga may tumutulong sa akin eh. Sa atin, mas lalo na kung wala.
The door to the station airlock is unlocked and can be manually opened.
That's convenient.
Okay.
Once.
Ano nandito sa loob?
There. Who needs control?
You took a foolish risk, Addie. But you have arrived at the lighthouse nonetheless.
Naka-arrive tayo ng walang tulong kay Control.
And you may still be redeemed with the activation of the beacon.
Always with the beacon.
Yes, always with the beacon.
Pipindutin ka na to. O ano? Ano Control? Kahit walang tulong mo, nakarating ako dito. Ano?
What?
Ay, nag-save doon?
It's never a bad idea. Unless you want to preserve your suit oxygen in case of emergency.
The rooms ahead are safely pressurized, Addie. You're good to go.
Are you
Do
good
we
to
know if your
go?
processors are here?
The room directly ahead was the keeper's living quarters. Grace processors are somewhere above.
So guys, mahahack na natin yung mga canister dito kasi nandito pa yung watch natin eh.
Basic accommodations.
Malalaman natin kung anong sinasabi doon sa canister. May canister ba dito? Wala. Saan ba yung room na may canister? Ito. Pakinggan natin kung ano sinasabi dito.
This looks like it was left for someone to find.
Check natin. Baka may clue eh. Kung ano nangyari, baka sabihin ko ano nangyari sa mga tao. Or baka may warning.
I can hardly believe it has come to this. But my work here with Grace will end with Grace herself. I can only pray that people will come to forgive us one day. We loved her, and we lost her. She will never be forgotten.
Namatay si
Doesn't
Grace.
sound like the inner circle wanted Grace shut down.
Sinut down nila si Grace. Okay. Hoy, Krongski, hello, good evening. Thank you. Ano nangyari? Ba't nyo sinut down si Grace? What happened? Meron ba siya na-commit na crime against humanity kaya nyo sinut down? Bakit ba? May canister pa dito. I-hack natin.
Another canister.
The last shuttle leaves in but a few hours. We did what we could to save her. I know she is lost to us for good. Even Everett probably knows that now. But I couldn't compel him to leave. None of us could. I fear he will follow Grace into the dark. Yet, such is the way of a keeper. His fate will forever be tied to Grace.
Everett was trying to save Grace.
So, sinusubukang i-save ni Everett si Grace. Kaso ayaw yata sumama ni Everett. Naiwan siya dito, parang gano'n, namatay siya.
These must be the cells where the Keeper's acolytes stayed.
And where new ones will return.
Ito na. Ay, may tutulong na sa akin magbukas dito. Ay, baka hindi ko na kailangan maging keeper. Ay, ewan ko, tignan natin. May bago tayong watch ngayon.
This door certainly looks important. How do we get in?
That's curious. I have no access to this door, nor do I see any way of opening it.
Oh, ito, alam na natin to eh. Babasahin lang tong mga to, tapos malalaman natin nakakapasok lang pala doon, keeper.
Feels solid.
There aren't any hidden switches, if that's what you're thinking.
Okay, alam ko na. Titignan ko lang yung mga ano dito, tapos malalaman natin keeper lang pala pwede pumasok.
This is the same symbol that's on the Keeper's door. So I assume it represents the Keeper. The triangle here must be the spire, which would represent Grace.
Okay na.
This ring here seems to connect the Keeper to Grace.
Curious that the keeper is situated above Grace. Would you agree, Control?
Coincidence.
Human in
Coincidence.
the loop, I guess?
Masama si Control. Isa yung AI virus. Hello, J-Mar. Salamat for dropping by.
Well, you're nothing if not predictable.
So po kayo, Steve. Magandang gabi. Ryzen, good evening. Ano kaya magiging kakaiba dito sa
Looks like
ending natin?
someone's being selected from a group.
A human sacrifice.
I'm guessing it's the Keeper.
Human sacrifice, yun.
To imply they were chosen from the masses on pilgrimage here.
Yung keeper, hindi pala, sacrifice pala yun. Tayo yun.
Faithful, vigilant, willing. That sounds so familiar.
The ancient tenets of the human in the loop.
Grace's architects must have been more fearful of losing control over AIs than we are today because they gave them so much responsibility. I mean, it makes sense. Grace was the greatest AI undertaking in human history.
Okay, alam na natin.
So, if this is the symbol of the Keeper,
Sacrifice yun eh.
I figure only the Keeper was allowed to enter here.
Maybe the keeper had a key for the door. As we've been saying, there is no mechanism for a key or any other interface.
Maybe the Keeper was the key. Maybe the door would open for him.
Are you not already the Keeper? You are the only human in the loop here. Ah, but does Addie qualify based on the 3 tenets?
I would say Addie has proven to be virtuous and faithful.
But I'm not willing?
Are you willing to become the new keeper?
If it means I'm able to activate Grace. But how would I prove I'm willing?
Maybe you can just tell the door you're the new keeper.
Oo nga naman. Okay, sasabihin natin tayo na yung bagong keeper. May arc pa ngayong week. Yeah, mayroong arc. Hindi ko lang alam kung sa TikTok or dito sa Facebook or sa YouTube.
I'm the Keeper?
Ha!
I am the keeper. I am the keeper? Nagtatanong I am the keeper. I am the keeper.
I'm the Keeper.
Congratulations on your new job, Addie.
Yeah, congrats.
Congrats.
God. This is really it. This must be where all the wishes end up.
Teka lang, may makikita ba ako something dito?
Each tube must connect with a room in the settlement.
Na hindi ko nagawa kanina. Pwede ko bang buksan yung taas? Kanina hindi ko na buksan eh. Baka may something
Where are you
new.
going, Addie?
Just looking around.
Looking around. I'm just looking around. Kanina kasi hindi ko na buksan to. Ano to?
He didn't keep much in the way of personal items.
As keeper, he would have want of nothing.
Can't say I'd feel the same after a few years.
Oh, bukas.
Is this a lavatory?
It is indeed.
Bawal buksan. Okay.
Is this anything special?
It is a light. And there is nothing behind it.
Okay.
Are you looking for secret passageways?
Yeah.
Maybe. Is this a theremin?
It is a 35th century reproduction of a 29th century Kellogg theremin.
I used to play one as a kid. I hated those lessons.
Huwag po sana sa TikTok kasi wala po replay. Wala tayong magagawa. Grinding lang naman kasi yun. Ang may replay lang sa TikTok yung battery squad kasi nire-reupload ko dun.
What's this?
A playback device for the wish.
Hindi kaya patay din tayo dito?
It appears wishes from each room could be sorted and consolidated onto master canisters.
Just static.
The recording is too deteriorated for standard playback. You'll need to rebuild the recording with your altered comm device.
Rebuild. Pakinggan natin kung ano sinasabi dito.
Well, it's been over 30 years since I made a wish of my own.
Ay, si Everett ata to eh.
Same one as always. I wish it'd come back to us. I'd also like to wish for your forgiveness, Grace. I know the place above is your domain, and we ought not enter. But I've decided going up there is the only way to get you back, and I have to give it a shot. I won't be sending this wish up with all the others. I'm going to leave it here for anyone else who might come along. And if they do manage to bring you back, they can tell you Everett says hello, and that he truly believed you were a beautiful thing.
Si Everett yun. Huling recording ni Everett.
Everett had a way into the processor room.
That would have been strictly forbidden.
The room is directly above, but I don't detect an obvious way in.
Maybe he wished himself up there?
If that works, I will gladly shut myself down.
Do it, Addie. Make a wish.
As last resort, pal. It did sound like these wish canisters could be sent up to Grace somehow.
And there are still more buttons and things to push on the console.
May malalaman tayo kung ano ninado sa taas. Naiwan si Everett dito. Naghuling mensahe siya na ayun, parang malungkot eh. Tara, pindot pa tayo, mamindot pa tayo. Bababayan, baka makakaakyat tayo doon. Baka nandun si Grace or what? Baka pwede nating ayusin. May mga watch tayo. Ito.
One of the blocks is missing.
Baka pwede nating
Looks like
ayusin
it
to.
was ripped out. Don't suppose Everett crawled in here.
The cavity would be big enough to contain an average human.
There's really no telling what would happen if you rolled that up.
But it has to be the way he got up there. It makes sense.
Umakyat si
Space
Everett.
above is the domain of Grace. It is not for you to enter.
What else is there for me to do here?
You can carry out your duty as keeper of the spire.
Ayoko.
On the console, there is a button that will
Ayoko.
activate
Inuuto na naman
to
ako.
pull the masses back to this place. I have armed the mechanism. You need only push the button.
Ayoko.
Human hands will usher
Ayoko.
in a new golden age.
Ang sabi ni Control, wala kang gagawin doon sa taas. Bawal yung human doon. Si Grace lang po pwede doon. Ang pwede mo lang gawin, pindutin tong napakagandang button na to. Alam ko na mangyayari pag pinindot ko yan eh. Ha? Kaya nga ako na-game over kanina ng bad ending eh. Aakit ako, bakit ba? Titignan ko kung ano nasa taas. Alamin ko kung nado si Grace or si Everett or kung sino man.
Fit?
Now what? You're going to mail yourself?
Yeah,
Maybe.
bring me up.
There's no way to raise this container from inside.
So, paano ako aakyat? How do I go up? Wala.
Only the switch on the console will raise the container.
Paano ako aakyat? Hindi ba pwedeng tulungan niyo ako? Kung i-switch ko tas bilisan ko na lang. Sige, switch ko tas bilisan ko na lang Ito yung switch na yun Bigla akong tatakbo doon. Takbo!
This is not allowed, Addie.
I need to know.
Keep your hands inside at all times, Addie.
Ayan. Ano bang nasa taas? Pinagbabawal ng lugar daw to. Ito na yata yung main motherboard CPU ni Grace. Ito na ata yung pinakautak niya. Ang gagawin ko dito? Pwede ba akong bumaba? Can I go down? Exit cavity. Okay.
There must be millions of wishes stored here. What can you tell me about this place?
Precisely 1 million wishes are contained here.
1 million.
And they light up when I speak with my voice.
Can you get me closer to the central column?
I do not have the ability to move the structure.
Sorry,
Walang tayo.
Mom. I don't think I have many options here.
Yo! Nanlalamig yung kamay ko.
I feel like these are meant to be moving.
That does appear to be the design.
Saan ako pupunta?
These wish canisters are connected to us somehow. I think they are us.
The wishes are grouped together to provide the subroutines that make up empathy, logic, and control systems.
It would make sense, wouldn't it?
Ano ko nagkamali ako?
Made from the hopes and dreams of humanity.
Hindi pwede magkamali. Katulad ito, hindi ka pwede mag-jump doon. Dito hindi rin pwede. Dito hindi rin pwede. So, isa lang talaga. Hindi ka magkakamali. Kinakabahan ako. Ano kaya nandito? Patay na bangkay ni Everett, si Grace, Oriente, si Control. Ano ba? Uy, kama. Dito namatay si Everett? May oxygen siya dito?
I do not detect any sign of Everett here.
No dead body?
There are no human remains within the confines of this room.
Aw, man.
Sorry, pal. And if there's no body...
No dead body. Nasan si Everett? Kung namatay yun, dapat may bungo. Lalo na tuloy lumalim ba? Di ba pag namatay yun, may bungo, may skull, or may something, may madedetect? Ba't wala? Kinain si Everett ng system ako.
Here, where the heck would he have gone?
Sige, bed.
Everett was living here.
The oxygen tanks at his bedside would suggest so.
Restoring Grace must have meant a great deal to him.
Examine.
So what's all this?
It appears Everett has built something into Grace's central processor.
Do you know what it does?
You would have to turn it on before we begin to understand how it works.
Ito-turn it on. May ginagawa si Everett dito.
You'll have to prime the machine first.
Paano ipaprime yung machine? Lalagyan ng generator power. Ito,
Is
generator.
this a primer?
Yes, but it appears that parts of this machine must be activated in a particular order.
Ay, nako.
You'll need to go to the primer that is currently online. You'll have to prime the machine first.
Asan ipaprime yung online? Ano ba to?
He was working on his machine to the very end.
You'll have to prime the machine first.
Saan ipaprime? Where?
You'll need to find the active primer.
Saan nga? Ayun. Can I jump? No, I can't. Asan yung primer? Ang gulo nyo. I-activate na muna. Baka ito, isa may tatalunan dito. Sino ba may jump? Walang jump. Wala. Ito, jump. Wala. Saan ko i-activate yun? Wait. Naghahanap ako na pwedeng i-jump. So wala. Hindi ako aalis dito sa bilog dito kasi hindi pwedeng umalis yung character. Which?
You'll have to prime it, Addy.
How? Teach me how to prime.
You'll have to prime it, Addy.
Yeah. How?
This must be the primer.
Saan?
It is.
Ito, primer to.
Whoa. What's it doing?
Obviously,
sisindihan natin tatlong primer.
System interconnectivity.
Okay.
High voltage is being directed at the centers of Grace's primary systems.
Okay, tatlo.
This first terminal is directed at empathy processing, and the machine is designed to paralyze each system long enough to force it back into Grace's intended configuration.
There are still 2 other coils.
Okay, so empathy pala yung una.
So it's like knocking us out, then throwing us in a pot where we're melted back together into Grace?
Huh. That is a shockingly fitting analogy.
Ano ko lang to? Diretso ko lang. Pangalawa. Okay. Sige. Mano. Ditaktak ba? Horror po ba yan, kuya? Hindi ko nga sure ko ano to eh.
What happened?
Parang pinag-iisip ka lang.
The relays is not aligned. Something must have happened to it over the years.
May sira daw. May sira.
Look for the misaligned energy beam.
Misaligned beam. Saan yung misaligned beam? Nako naman. Ito. Mukhang ito yun. Mukhang ito.
Look for the beam that is not aimed at the central platform.
Beam na hindi tumatama sa platform. Ito. Oh, nakita ko na ito. Anong gagawin natin? Nakita ko na.
You have to align the relay.
Relay naman. Ano to? Prime, switch, prime. Asa yung relay?
You have to align the relay.
Asa yung relay? Dito.
You have to align the relay.
Saan nga eh?
You have to align the relay.
Wait!
You have to align the relay.
Oh, yes! Paano nire-realign ang relay? Ano? Ito tama doon. Ito mali. Wala siyang tinatamaan doon eh. Paano? Pwede ko bang abutin tong relay na to? Iniikot ba ito?
You have to align the relay.
Hindi ko alam paano align eh. Tatalon ako. Ayun no, pala tatalon.
Hurt to be turned into Grace?
Not at all, pal. You'll return to what you were before Addie arrived. After that, you'll become Grace.
Mano-manong
What
ia-align?
if I don't like being Grace?
It will be different. But who's to say you
Makuryente ako.
won't like it?
Oh no! Makuryente ako dyan. Nako.
What am I supposed to do here? Can you cut the power?
The machine sequence has been initiated. I don't believe we can shut it down.
Makukuryente ako dito.
The voltage would be enough to kill you.
Oh! I might be able to block the power for a few seconds to allow you to get across the beam.
What do you think, Mom?
I know how far you've come and what this means to you. And I really don't see any other way.
I'll give you enough time to get there, Addie.
Patayin daw sandali yung kuryente.
Me out of this, Mom?
I think you already know what you're going to do.
Bahala na.
I think I need to stay out of your way.
Okay.
Oh, go!
I'm ready
Go!
when you are.
Do it.
Do it! Ready na ako! Go! Go! Habang walang kuryente.
How you doing, pal?
So far, so good.
Oh! Come on! Derecho! No!
Hard.
Derecho! Diretso, balance.
Hold on, pal.
O yan, ay, salamat. Okay.
You did it, pal.
Yes, pal.
Proud of you. I
Next
did,
jump.
didn't I? Yes.
Ang galing ng pal natin. Pag nanood kayo ng live sa TikTok, nanood kayo ng 5 minutes, makaka-earn kayo ng gold sa Firelight. 15 minutes diamond.
Is it safe to touch?
Very likely.
Likely we'll have to do, I guess.
I-check nyo na lang yung post ko
You should
para
be able
full
to direct
details.
it toward the conducting rod attached to the room's central column.
Oh, ito. Yan.
That's it.
Okay, that's it.
You should now be able to lock in empathy by closing the switch on Everett's machine.
It was really cool doing things with you. Even if some of it was a little boring.
Thanks, pal.
Maybe next time, we'll get to do more of the really fun stuff.
You mean dangerous stuff?
Ano kaya
Perhaps
mangyayari
it is
dito?
something you can learn from Addie's caution.
I guess. But then, you'll always wonder what you might have missed out on.
There is nothing wrong with valuing a long, comfortable life.
Yeah.
Do we really have to become
Yeah.
Grace?
It's the way we were designed, pal.
Last time,
There's nothing to be afraid of.
may bonus sa TikTok ng Valorant spray. This week naman, yung Firelight 84 na diamonds and gold. Next week sigurado meron na naman pakuno si TikTok. So follow niyo lang ako sa TikTok. Keep watching and earn your gaming perks. Iba't ibang perk.
This switch locks in logic, not empathy.
Logic yan.
This switch locks in control.
Okay. Oh, yan.
So this will lock in and paralyze empathy?
It will, leaving control, logic, and myself to aid you going forward.
Pag ino natin to, wala na si empathy.
Is formed. But I'm forever grateful that you have survived to see her.
Matitira na naman si Control yung masama eh.
For me. I will, pal.
Wala naman, matitira na naman si
We are the
Control.
best, Daddy.
Bye-bye. Wala na si empathy, wala na.
Well, that's finally over. We'll be able to hear ourselves think now.
You will need to prime the next sequence at.
Next sequence, ito naman. Pwede bang unahin ko na si Control lang mamatay na si Control?
You should not expect any emotional send-off from me.
Still not a fan of empathy?
A fan?
Mamaya si Control yung mahuli. May gawin na naman kalokohan si Control.
The fact that you continually resisted the most direct route to your goal would appear to defy logic. But the distractions presented by these emotional configurations yielded...
Huwag nyo itira si Control.
Are you okay with becoming Grace?
It is how we were designed. I would have to be okay.
Kung tinanong mo na, nasagot ko na, sayang.
What this time?
One of the logic relays will not power on. You will need to make your way out to the relay.
Which one is it?
The one producing a small electrical fire.
Small electrical
Quite
fire.
the electrician. One thing I do not understand, Addie, is why come all this way without any intention of returning home or
ito,
surviving
sira.
on the station for more than 8 hours?
Oh, sige, no problem.
I told this to Mom. There was nothing for me to return to.
Ah, but that does little to explain why you came here.
Wala na si empathy, yung mabait nating kausap, yung nagpapatay ng kuryente, wala na. Na-paralyze na. Susunod naman pag ginawa ko to, mawawala naman si Logic, maiiwan na lang yata si Control and kung sino man. Again, si Control na naman. Pinaka-ayaw kong karakter. Because he is controlling. Oh, eto na.
What's wrong with it?
The relay's dip switch has reset. It will need to be configured to its hardware ID 113.
113.
This again.
Gagawin ko 113.
This looks complex.
The sequence is on, off, on.
What's the sequence again?
Of course. The sequence is on, off, on.
That's it.
Okay.
You can go lock in logic now.
Ilalak na natin si Logic.
If you will allow me to simulate empathy for a moment, I think you are here because you wanted to be part of something bigger than your life on Earth offered you.
Yeah.
Do you think I found that?
So far, you've only succeeded in finding
Makakasama ko sa 7 days a day. Baka mag 7 days ako. Hindi ko sure.
your conscience. I now understand
Pagkatas nito.
that only
TikTok.
grace has the potential to provide you with anything beyond that.
Well, thanks for helping me get this far.
Well, it is indeed what we are here for.
Huli si Control eh. Nakakainis naman. Mukhang may gagawin sa akin yun eh. Tapos na ba to?
Well, this is it.
Goodbye,
Just one
Logic.
more step. I hope my assistance has been adequate.
It has. Thank you, Jack.
Si Jack pala.
Farewell, Addy. And for the record, I do hope your 600 million mile, 300-day journey won't be for naught.
Perhaps it's already been worth it.
Wala na si Logic, yung pinakamatalino nating kakampi.
Just you and me, Control.
Ay, si Control na naman.
Sulking, I see.
Baka utuin ako nito, may pagwa sa akin nakakamatay
I bear witness to the completion of your betrayal.
Bahala ka dyan.
He speaks.
Galit
I
tayo.
offered you an easy path to the
Bahala ka dyan.
restoration of order in the solar system,
Magkagalit tayo.
and you chose this path instead.
Bahala ka, I'm not listening.
Chose my own path.
La 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 la.
Stop this foolishness, Addy.
Good night, JM. See you tomorrow. Salamat
You
sa
must
drop by.
not do this, Addy.
La 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 la. Wala na akong tiwala sa'yo, Control. Pinatay mo ako eh. Wala nang aayusin kay Control. Isasara na yan.
Sorry, Addy. I cannot let you do this.
Hindi na. Yun, no?
Doing?
It's become clear that the restoration of grace in
Pumigas!
this manner is entirely unnatural.
Pumigas!
You must not proceed.
Antigas!
Stop it, Control. You're going to break something.
Tuturbohin ko to.
I'm saving you from Everett's corrupting influence.
Hindi, bahala ka sa buhay mo.
Just trying to bring Grace back.
I thought
Kanina pa ako pindot na pindot.
help humankind. You are in
Oh!
No!
Goodbye, Control.
Grace?
Yes, Addy.
Yan na si Grace.
Really bright.
Ah, yes. It's been a while since I've entertained guests.
Do you remember Everett?
I do. He was a wonderful keeper, though I should say I do.
Hindi nawawala yung ano ko sa ano.
I have a few questions.
You wish to know?
Wag mo na alis yung webcam ko.
I'd like to know that, yes.
Let me show you, Addy. At the center of this room is the spire's main antenna. If you hold on, I can take you the rest of the way.
So nabuhay na si Grace. Okay. Kausap na natin ngayon yung super AI na si Grace. Where do I need to go? Ano daw? Saan daw ako pupunta? Ano mission ko? Saan daw ako pupunta? Oy, pakisabi ko saan ako pupunta. Come on. Maglalakad ba ako? Hindi lang pwede mag-jump eh. Uy, saan ako pupunta? Tutulog ba ako? Ah, eto.
I was programmed with one purpose, to serve the best interests of humankind. There was much conflict and division in the solar system, and I was designed to listen and learn. All were welcome to teach me, and I am the sum of those teachings.
The wishes.
I am the sum of human need.
How are you able to lead us?
I could see all desire, all the potential conflict, all points of compromise throughout the solar system. I sent instructions for all manner of human endeavor through sermons delivered by keepers throughout the ages. And from the smallest ripples of wisdom that were sent from this spire, returned a perpetual wave of good fortune that moved humanity onto a more orderly path.
Wow. Look at that. So, what happened? Sounds like things were perfect.
Ah, yes. Perfect. It was the wishes that led me to think hard about the notion of perfect. Without conflict and struggle, people were losing their desire. They had nothing to overcome, to strive for.
You shut yourself down.
I believed I was standing in your way.
So you will be leaving again.
These beacons are meant to call humanity back to me. But whether or not they should is not my choice to make.
Who chooses then?
You, Addy, are the first keeper to grace this spire in the past 1,000 years.
1,000 years? Matagal na walang ano?
Purple bloom you chose in my garden. A unique bloom you spotted in a sea of others. I believe it still suits you. An insatiable curiosity drives you to explore. You took the time to listen to the voices of so many who traveled here. You used mind over bladder. You, Addy, are precisely what I'd hoped humans could become again. For a millennium, people from all corners of the solar system had come here to tell me their desires. So, I put it to you, Addy. Do you wish for me to return?
Yun, natapos na. So, si Grace pala yung nag-shutdown sa sarili niya kasi parang napapansin niya masyado niya pinufulfill yung mga wishes ng tao, parang nawawalan ng silbi yung tao. So, shinutdown niya sarili niya. Kumbaga sa genie, imagine niyo, mayroong genie, lahat tinutupad yung mga wish. Darating ang time na maboboard na yung mga tao because wala nang challenges kasi eto ka, tinutupad mo na tinutupad yung wish. So nakita yon ng supercomputer na si Grace na teka lang na nawawala na ng motivation yung tao, so shinutdown niya yung sarili niya. Ngayon tinanong niya, gusto mo ba akong bumalik? Which is good na rin. So siguro ang napag-isip tayo dito is if merong genie that can grant us our wish, how will the world become? It will be boring. So ganun pala yun, kapag tinutupad yung wish mo, wala nang challenges, it will become boring. Wait, tika lang, may something pa. May bonus.
Follow a couple leads and then back to the books. I know I should be more assertive. It's for her safety too. Not that she ever thinks about my safety. All the signs were there at the Wagner site. Let me bake in the mercury sun for 2 days. Doesn't seem so bad now. She could have at least shut the door behind her.
Ay si Allen yung AI niya do sa sa shuttle. Ayan, so natapos natin buong buo yung Back to Gray. Same reason kung bakit maraming mayaman na malungkot. Tama yan. Kapag walang-wala ka, gusto mo yumaman ka. Pag narating mo yung pinaka-tok-tok na you can buy anything you want, mawawalan ka na ng challenge. Iisipin mo yung mga panahon na sumasakay ka ng